Alright guys, so the fact you've clicked on this video means you've probably been where I've been, where you've been putting hours into the gym, you feel like you're dieting right, and nothing's really working. The people around you are making these insane gains and progress, filling out their shirt every time you see them in the gym, but you're not getting the same results, and you probably blame your genetics. I've been there, I've done that too. And what I've learned over the years of going to the gym, the years of studying, the years of having coaches myself, I've learned what actually works and what doesn't work. And a lot of us focus on the nuances, the small stuff, and overworking ourselves. But there's three main simple steps that you need to actually get the results that you want to get. Diet, training, and recovery. And you just need to master those. And they're not as complicated as you think they are. They're really simple. And I'm going to break them down for you in this video, nice and easy. And I'm going to pass on all of the knowledge that I've learned over the years that makes me feel good, that makes me look good, that makes me confident. I'm going to pass it all on to you, and I'm going to simplify it in this short little video. Stay tuned. Alright guys, I'm going to show you how I got a six-pack while working a 9 to 5, and I'm going to show you it's not as hard as you think. Once you know the things I'm going to teach you in this video, apply it to your own training, your own diet, and you will see results tenfold. And as you can see, I've been through these phases. I've been through the severely underweight. I've been through the fat and the chubby phase. Now this is me. This is my recent physique updates. And I would have got here so much sooner if I knew what I knew now, and I knew what I'm going to teach you in this video. Before we talk about me, let's look at some of my client transformations. This is just a bunch of them here, but I'm going to go into more detail about a couple. Starting with Bradley, this is Bradley's story. Bradley is 30. He works a 9 to 5 and spends a lot of his day just sat at his desk. So he's not really getting many steps in. He's not really that active. And as you can see, he's been going to the gym. He thought he was doing it right. He thought he was eating right. And as you can see, he bulked up to 89 kg. Put a lot of weight on, a lot of fat around the face, the arms, the chest, bulked up a lot. I went through the same mistakes he did. I did the same thing when I joined the gym, and it's not a smart option. So he come to me, he wanted to feel healthier, feel lighter, and just look like he actually went to the gym. So we entered a long cut phase. We tracked his calories, we upped his output, his steps, his cardio, and he lost 10 kg in 5 months. Look at him here. Chest, shoulders, arms popping, face is chiseled. He looks years younger. Another one, Callum. Callum's 29. He wanted to just look good in a suit. But Callum likes his snacks. And we didn't have long. So we entered a small cutting phase. And we upped his cardio. We upped his output. And this allowed him to keep his snacks in. Okay. And then he got to eat his favourite snacks. And he still went through this transformation. 6 kg in 3 months. And we just... You can see, stripped the fat off his chest. Stripped the fat around his belly. His arms, his shoulders. Everything looks more muscly. His quads. And that was all while keeping his favourite snacks in to his plan. That was 3 months transformation. Last one on these, Jack, 31, working all week, drinking all weekend. You probably relate to that. I have been there as well myself. Okay, and it's not a healthy habit. You just feel like shit most of the week. You just don't feel good in yourself. Your body just feels battered and bruised. So he come to me and he just wanted to prioritize his fitness and his health. And it's easy for me to just help people like this because I've been there. So what we did, we just improved his diet. We made it so much healthier. We got a good gym plan going. We upped his steps and we reduced the alcohol. You don't need to drink twice, 3 times a week. We just reduced the alcohol to once a week. And as you can see, the belly's gone. Abs are starting to show. Fat around the chest is nearly gone. Looks younger and feels younger. That's just from a small amount of changes. Bit about me, my journey growing up. As you can see, still severely underweight. Scared to take my top off on lads' holidays. No confidence, no real self-respect for my body. Joined the gym. Bad advice. Someone told me to just eat and eat what you can to put on weight. And obviously you're going to put on weight, but not good weight. Look how fat I got. The belly is looking awful. Fat around the face. No confidence. This was probably the worst time of my life. And I just hated how I looked in the mirror. So I've told you I've been through these phases. And then I got a coach. This is when I hired my first coach. This is what I should have done 5-6 years before this. And I would have looked like this a lot sooner. But they just taught me everything that they knew. And it just made the training, it made the diet simple for me. And as you can see, I've got a 6-pack. Muscles are popping. I'm topless in the gym. Who would have thought that guy from a few photos ago would be topless in the gym? Not me. And now look. And I did start to love myself. Because that's all we want as men, isn't it? We want to love ourselves. We want to feel good. We want to look good. We want to just feel confident, ooze confidence. And that comes from a good training plan and a good diet. Then I went traveling, lost it all. as you know, you can imagine drinking loads, oily foods, just no working out, just not a real plan. But it was worth it because traveling just gave me new motivation, just gave me goals, gave me a new lease of life. And then when I come back from traveling, I locked the fuck in. I come back, pass my own qualifications to be a personal trainer, discipline, training smart, perfect diet. I've done everything right since I've been back. All the knowledge I learned from my coaches, all the knowledge I've learned myself from studying, and I've just applied it to my own training plan. And as you can see, six pack. I've been working 2 jobs this whole time, this whole 8 months since I got back from traveling. I've got a six pack, chest is showing, arms are popping. That's just because I was training smart now. And now I get to help you guys. Before I tell about how this works, I'm going to tell you why all of this works. Okay? Your training needs to be smart. Okay, train each muscle 1 to 2 times per week with extra focus on your weak areas. Okay, my weak areas were my chest and my traps, so I was training them 2 times a week and I was putting a lot more focus onto them. But you only need to train a muscle 1 to 2 times max a week for it to grow. And that is more than enough. You just have to do it smart. To do it smart, you need to do 2 to 3 hard working sets. Okay, and the perfect amount for muscle growth is 8 to 12 reps per set. So how this works is, if you can do a weight and you can get 15 reps, that weight's too light for you. If you can do a weight and you only get 4 or 5 reps, that weight's too heavy for you. So what you need to do to find the right intensity, you need to find a weight that's challenging for you, that allows you to get 8 to 12 reps, and it has to be 2 to 3 sets per muscle. That's all you need, and then that's perfect for you. Any more, overkill. Any less, you're not training hard enough or smart enough. And then you just got to do that week in, week out. Every single week, routine and repetition, same order of exercises, same exercises each week, and just repeat it over and over again. That's all you've got to do. Just don't overcomplicate it. And it's quite simple. And then perfect form is so important because it helps with confidence in the gym. You're not going to be in the gym wondering who's looking at you and if you look silly and if you're doing it wrong, because once you learn that perfect form, you get that full range of motion, you're going to prevent injury, you're going to look better doing it, you're going to put the muscle through its full range, and you're going to build as much muscle as possible. It's all about just being smart. And the best way to learn the perfect form is having a coach. How does muscle actually grow? You need to progressively overload. And to do that, you either need to up your reps or choose a heavier weight every single week. So if you're more of an advanced lifter, you've been to the gym for years, you're not going to progressively overload every week. It could be every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. But the main goal is that you're increasing either the reps or the weight. Okay, and that is how you go. So if you can get 50 kg for 10 reps, and then next week you get 50 kg for 11 reps, that's progressive overload. As long as you're keeping that form still, you're going to be working towards growing those muscles. And now the most important thing when it comes to training, and what a lot of people miss, especially busy individuals, it has to suit your home and your work-life needs. I'm obsessed with the gym. And you don't need to be obsessed with the gym to make results. But I am, and I love spending time in the gym. So I can do 2 hours in the gym. But not everyone can do 2 hours in the gym. So if you can't, all you need 45 to 50 minutes for a perfect workout. If you're training smart and you're doing those 2 to 3 hard working sets, it's all you need to build muscle and to grow. And you only need to be in the gym 3 days a week, 4 days, and then 5. Just the more you do, obviously, the better. Not more than 5. But you can more than enough change your body, change your life with 3 days in the gym a week. That's pillar number 1. Pillar number 2 is your diet. Diet is so key. And as you've seen from my pictures, you know that diet's important because I've been through the ribs and bones and I've been through the fat, chubby belly. And then most of us men, when we join the gym, same with me, same with Bradley, you want to bulk up, you want to put on more muscle because you think that's the right method. But all you're doing is you're adding more fat to the fat you've already got. So what you want to do, you want to see your abs, you want to see the muscle that you've already got under your fat, you need to lose the fat. And to do that, you need to be in a calorie deficit. And to be in a calorie deficit, what that means is you're burning more calories than what you're eating every day. And the difference right there is what's going to strip the fat off your body. And the best way to be in a calorie deficit, to actually be in a calorie deficit, track your calories. If you're not tracking your calories, at least at the start, then you're probably overeating. So there's apps you can do. You just scan the barcode of your food or your drink. You input the amount that you've eaten or you've drunk, and it will load up all your calories and your macros for you. Your macros are your proteins, your fats, and your carbs, and they all serve a purpose. They serve a purpose to make you feel amazing, to make you look amazing, okay? Protein is for building muscle. Fats, healthy fats, help regulate your hormones and keep your body functioning how it should be functioning. And carbs, energy source, okay? And they all serve a purpose. When you're in a calorie deficit, when you're on a diet, when you want to make results, you need to be smart. You need to choose smart options. It's the only way all of this works is by being smart. So 1 cow spray instead of olive oil, it's going to save you hundreds of calories. 0 calorie drinks instead of fizzy drinks. They taste the same and it's going to save you hundreds of calories. Low fat options like low fat cheese, low fat butter, it's going to save you so many calories. And that gives you more calories to play with when you need it. As you can see from my pictures here, big portions, healthy options, okay? I have the 80-20 split. This is what I encourage for my clients. I'm a bit more 100-0, but I'm more obsessive. You do not need to be the same as me. But 80% of your food needs to come from a healthy whole food diet, okay? And that is just going to make you feel fuller. It's going to make you feel better because that's what we want. We want to feel better, isn't it? So you need those healthy foods to fuel your body. And as you can see here in this picture, that's not a small portion, is it? That's a whole plate full of food. And I'm eating that in a calorie deficit. Over here on the right, that sweet treat, I've got chocolate in there. Nice fruit, cinnamon, big bowl of yogurt, some honey. That's on a calorie deficit as well. Just when you're smart and you know what you're doing, you can eat foods like this. You eat bigger portions because the smart options allow you to do that. And eating a whole food diet makes you feel so much full. So you've not got the cravings that sugary drinks and fast food and processed food gives you, because these things will fill your body up. 20% is if you need it. If you really need a sweet treat, if you really need that takeaway on the weekend, just as long as it counts within your calories, you just track your calories, remember what we said? And as long as that sweet treat and that takeaway fits within your calories, you can do that. You can have that because the rest of your diet is the 80%. It's that whole healthy foods that you're eating. And again, same with training. Most important part, it's got to be easy to stick to. If it's not easy to stick to, you will not stick to it. If your coach is telling you, I want to eat 7 eggs every morning, you ain't eating 7 eggs every morning for 2 weeks. 1 week you might last, 2 weeks you're giving up. So you need a diet that's not too strict. So what I do, I just set you calorie and macro goals. Macros are your protein, fats and carbs. Calories will be the total amount you eat every day. I set you those targets. You choose what you eat within them. So over time, after a couple of weeks, second nature, by the way, you will know how many calories are in what, you know what macros are in what, and the app will just become like texting. It will just be so easy for you. And then you can choose what you want to eat. And then that's how you stick to it, because you've got complete freedom on your diet. Recovery is that secret sauce that not a lot of people focus on. And it's something that I missed out on for so many years, because sleep and recovery is so important. When you're sleeping and you enter a deep sleep, your body releases its natural growth hormones. And that is how your muscles develop. That's how they grow. They're made in the gym. You're in the gym, you're tearing them muscle fibers. But when you're home and you're resting, you're recovering, that is when your muscles are growing. So it's so important for you to get that good quality, high quality sleep. But it's also good for fat loss. When your body is relaxed and it's calm, your body will prioritize burning fat. When your cortisol levels are high and you're spiked and you're high alert and you're wired, your body chooses fast acting energy sources, your carbs and whatnot. You want it to choose fat. You want it to burn through fat. So it needs to be well rested. It needs to be relaxed. It needs to just be well recovered. And it's going to help you build your muscle, and it's going to help you burn your fat. Another thing is your time between sessions. Okay, when you hit a leg day, for example, your central nervous system is cooked. It's fried. If you're training hard enough, you should be struggling to walk the next day after a leg day, right? You don't need to be in the gym straight the next day then after a big session like that. You just can rest. And people, my clients especially, me, I used to be the same. You think rest is wasting time. You think when you're resting, you know nothing's happening. That's when everything's happening. So just don't be afraid to rest, because that is where the results are made, is when you're at home resting. So if you've hit a big session and your body's cooked, rest. And if you've just hit a push day and you've just trained your chest and you've burnt your shoulders, give yourself time to recover. More than 48 hours. You can't hit chest on a Monday and then hit chest on a Wednesday. Let your time have enough time to recover before you start hitting chest again. And also, in a weekly plan, stretch your plan out throughout the week and incorporate rest days. So if you're only going gym 3 or 4 days a week, try not to, it's not the end of the world, but try not to do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because then you just got 3 days of rest after that. Just try and get like a Monday, Tuesday rest, Wednesday, Thursday, or Monday, Tuesday rest, Thursday rest, Saturday. Just whatever works for your body. Just listen to your body. Just pay attention to when you know your body needs some rest, because that is where all the progress happens. It's where everything works, is when you're resting and recovering. This is my proof. Proof that these 3 things right here, training, diet, and recovery, work. This was me, May 2025. Awful body, no confidence. I don't like that picture at all. I don't know why I'm posting it. But this is me now. Confident, topless in the gym, 6-pack, while working a 9 to 5. And all I did was perfect my training, my diet, and my recovery. And that is what I've just gone through in this video. And that is what I teach my clients. I want to pass all my knowledge on to my clients, because this doesn't even feel like work for me. I'll be so honest with you. This is so easy for me now. And I can't believe that this is my job. And I just want to teach you guys. I want to just pass this knowledge on, just feed you it. And then you will get these results and transformations yourself. And you will thank me. And when you win, I win. We win together. I want that. I want that journey with you. I want you to have your own transformation. How this works. I won't go into too much detail about how this works. You can pause the video here. You can see what you get when we work together. And we can talk more about this in a call. When you click the link in the description, follow the steps, book a call with me, and we can have a one-to-one consultation and talk it through. The thing with this, guys, and the thing with gym, and the thing with getting healthier, making progress, getting fitter, it's not a quick fix. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and you're a new man. You need to put in the dedication. I want people that want change. I want people that want to feel better. I want people that want to feel healthy. I want people that want to look sexy, feel sexy. They're the people I can help. They're the people that will get the best transformations. I've been there. I've done that. So if you're serious and you actually locked in, just click the link in the description. Book a call with me. We'll have a little chat. We'll figure things out. Pretty straightforward. Or if not, if you're scared of talking on the phone, just DM me on Insta and we can have a little chat and we'll go from there. Appreciate you guys for listening. Let's lock in 2026 and achieve some big things together.